Hello and welcome once again to Not Another Watch. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. Today is the first part of a 4-part series where I'm going to be reviewing these 3 Timex Expedition watches. These watches were given to me by my father-in-law for my birthday this year, and each of them have adorned his wrist before. Now, I've been spending a little bit of time with each of them and getting involved in the ins and outs of them. So what we're going to do today is review this one, which is the Timex Expedition Metal Tech. And then in subsequent weeks, we'll review this one, the Timex Expedition Camper, and this one, the Timex Expedition Rugged Metal watch. And on the 4th and final part, what we'll do is we'll do a comparison video where we pit these 3 watches against one another and see which one I think is the best one you can get for your money. Now, many of these watches have been discontinued by Timex, or newer models of them have come out. So along the way, I'll try to share links with you to watches I think represent these watches closest that you can get now, or if I can find any second-hand links or links to all of these watches, I will share them with you along the way. Anyway, enough of my chatter. Let's run the titles and get into the first review. So here it is, the Timex Expedition Metal Tech. The reference number for this one is T44661. Quartz watch, as you can see from that second-hand ticking. Base metal case, so it's probably brass, but I'm not too sure exactly what's in this case material. Brown leather strap on this one, backed with a nylon inner, makes this an extremely comfortable strap. You've got the Timex branded push on back there, stainless steel. So yeah, let's run down the specifications of this one. You have a 38mm diameter case. You have, if you include the crown, you get 40.6mm. You have a lug-to-lug of 45.5mm and a lug width of 18mm. And as you can see, it's a bespoke kind of lug-to-lug there with the how it integrates with the case. It's a little unusual, so you might have trouble finding straps for this one. You have a nice thin case thickness of 8.6mm, which means it wears very, very nicely on your wrist. This one's got I think it's a mineral or a resin crystal over that dial. You've got the Timex Expedition E there at the 12 o'clock. If I move that hand a little bit, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. Oops, a little preview of the Indiglo there, the Indiegogo Light. You've got the E, Timex Expedition E, nice and bright there in the yellowy orange. Timex printed and Expedition printed, Indiglo, and water resistant to 50 meters. Date window at the 3 o'clock, and as you can see, you've got those Arabic numbers on the inner dial. You've got the 24-hour clock on the outer chapter ring there, and then embossed or pressed into that base metal case is the word Expedition. I think this is a cracking looking watch. I think works so well on that brown strap. You know, it's super light at 51 grams. so you don't know you're wearing this. And it's a lovely size at 38. It'll work on most folks' wrists. Let's pop it on mine. Mine is a 7.25 inch wrist for reference. And you will see that it looks and fits lovely. It looks really kind of old-fashioned. I'm not quite sure how old this watch is. As I mentioned in the introduction, this was given to me by my father-in-law for my birthday this year, and I absolutely love this one. It's cracking. A great band, and the nylon underneath this leather strap really makes it extra comfortable, and it just integrates really, really well with the case. As I alluded to earlier, the Indiegogo Light, and I even previewed it, but here's a better shot of it. The Indiegogo Light just is one of the greatest things about these Timex watches. I think it's wonderful. The hands are loomed. You can see the little loom areas there in them. But with that Indiegogo Light, it really renders that loom ineffective and really not needed. I don't care that this one is a base metal case and not stainless steel, because I think it's finished really, really well. You know, it looks rugged, it looks ready for the field. And although it's only water resistant to 50 meters, so I would be apprehensive about immersing it in water, I think it's going to do you every day really, really well. And, you know, looks really good. I have got a couple of little niggles with this that I think you should be aware of. This pin buckle feels like it might be coated, either coated metal or maybe even a hard plastic that's coated. Definitely not stainless steel. Doesn't feel right for that. And I'm not quite sure why they just didn't match it with the base metal case. And this pin seems very thin and flimsy. But these watches are very, very affordable watches. I think, you know, retail price maybe around $60. But easily pick these up on discount for $40, maybe even less than that if you look around. Another one that you want to be aware of if you're getting one that looks like this, the lug width looks pretty normal there, but if you can see, that leather strap really is cut away. So this is your real bespoke kind of area here. And those, I don't know if you can see, but those leather straps are really catching on that metal. So although it fits really, that's a better example there. It's kind of peeling away the leather a little, and it kind of slots in there. It's very tight. So that's something to be aware of if you get this. I hope you like the strap. It might be difficult to find one that fits on this one. And there's one other thing, and I'm not sure, this one's okay, but if I'm quiet for just a second, I don't know if you can hear it, but not sure if you can hear that, but it's a pretty loud ticker, this one. It ticks and it ticks and it ticks, and you really know you've got a Quartz watch when you're in a silent room. It's one of those things that you can actually phase out after a while. But if you hear it and you zone into it, you can hear it ticking quite a bit. See that second hand? Let's move on to stuff that I actually like. For a Quartz watch, it's hitting those second markers, pretty much bang on. I can't complain about that. I love the design of this watch. It really does look like a field watch. It really does look rugged, that you could bang it around a bit and it would be okay. Yeah, sure, the crystal's probably going to get scratched, but hey, It's a field watch, and a very inexpensive one at that. As before mentioned, I really love the Indiglo Light. It's one of Timex's most popular features. And this was, I replaced this battery because it was dead when I first got it. Dead easy. Takes a CR 2016 cell. So you can pretty much pick them up anywhere. Yeah, pretty great. I love the Expedition there that's printed into the metal case. You know, that uprisen bezel gives it a much smaller look. So if you've got a small wrist, this will work ideal for you. Love the E at the 12 o'clock. I think that adds a bit of class and a little shimmer, and I think it's actually applied. So that's cool. And I just really love how inexpensive this watch is, but looks rugged and a great everyday wear. It's really solid. I feel absolutely safe having this on, and it's super comfortable with this nylon backed leather. It makes the strap really supple and really easy to wear. So yes, it's a cracking watch. I would highly recommend you hunt it down. I will do my best to leave a link to this exact model or a close model to it. Highly recommend that you check it out. As I say, I'm going to be reviewing the other two Timex Expedition watches that I got for my birthday this year from my father-in-law. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming very soon, the next review. And yeah, until next time, guys, I hope you're staying well. Take care of yourselves. Live life, love watches, and I'll see you in the next one.